good afternoon. This is Brian Johnson, and we're going to hang out for just one moment. We've got a couple people straggling in. We've got a bunch of people already on. I'm excited to serve you with this information. This is probably some of my most favorite stuff to talk about, Chris and me both, and I have seen amazing things happen with it, and I am super enthusiastic about sharing it with you because I have been developing this since 7 o'clock this morning, putting all this content together so I can present it to you in a palatable fashion to support you at my best and highest ability. So what I invite you to do is take a look, get something to drink. So right now, here's what I have. I have a detox tea. I have a green juice. I have my normal water. And then I have my other jug of water that I keep filling my tea up with. So I invite you to get something that works for you, because we're going to need it. So, all right, I got a few more people lined up. So awesome. I'm excited to serve you and super enthusiastic about serving this information to you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and have some fun. So just hang tight. I'm going to pull the slides up so we can kind of go through some stuff, and just hang tight for a moment. All right, I believe we're on. So, how to feel better without breaking a sweat. How interesting does that sound to you? Because for me, I'm like, I love it. So really the whole intention of tonight is to share with you some awesome stuff that we have found to be super just massively effective at helping and serving people, and specifically without breaking a sweat. So let's have some fun. So if you stay to the end, here's what I am giving away. I'm giving away one 20-minute consultation to 5 people only. Here are the rules. You must wait until I completely end the presentation. You can't text me or shoot me a personal message from Facebook before 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is the only guideline. So however many people, there's 100 plus people on this call, it's only 5 people that get this privilege and for me to serve you and get this opportunity so we can connect and share some awesome stuff. So the rules are, you cannot message me or text me before 7 p.m. First 5 people that I see and that I come across will get a session with me where we're going to chit chat, and really it's about whatever you choose to chit chat. We'll see what comes up. So let's get started. So here you go. I invite you to specifically be present for this next hour. So that means turn off your cell phones. I just turned mine off and put mine up now that I know the slides are running. Close your Facebook, go where it's quiet. Get some water. Notice I had 3 different liquids here with me because your water is what's going to help your thought process, your energy, your brain availability, and your ability to transport oxygen and nutrients to your cells so you can completely show up at your best, okay? We invite and encourage you to take notes. There may be some very valuable information. How's this? There will be some very valuable information that you can use right now to make a difference in your life. And I desire for you to think about this. Imagine this and take this as fact. Today is the only day that we have. Do something now that you will thank yourself for tomorrow. For example, the past will never happen again. The future is never promised. And now is all that we have. So if you desire to do great things in your future and be an amazing person, that's going to start with you making choices and doing things specifically right now that are going to allow that result or outcome to transpire. So now, before we go on, let me tell you a little bit about myself here. I don't talk to many people about this specific stuff, and some stuff I'm going to share with you, and I feel it's important for you to understand where Chris and I are both coming from. We have over 40 years combined in this. I started doing this stuff when I was 7 years old with my dad in the garage, and I knew at a very young age that I just loved the wellness industry of working out and getting in shape and getting out of shape by the looks of those pictures and getting back in shape, and then understanding all the crazy mindsets and tools and tricks that I had to journey and had to figure out along the way that equaled a lot of pain in the process, because I didn't have coaching and people who are doing what I'm doing for you and what Chris and I are both doing to support you right now. So here's a little bit of stuff. So the man up on the left-hand side, that's my man, Jonathan Sprinkles. He's known as America's Connection Coach. He's been on Dr. Phil, Oprah, a bunch of different places, but the guy's an amazing speaker. And what I do with him is I specifically help him with his nutrition and mindset, so that when he travels, that I help him to eat as well as he can and help him to prep and plan and help his staff to help him out so he can be his best self every day. The one at the top between where Chris and I both are, that is when we were doing a presentation to Life Austin. And if you look real closely, you'll see a red velvet cupcake and you'll see a pizza made out of a heart. And this is your cue to get a drink of water. So yeah, so the whole deal with the cupcakes and the pizza is that those are my favorite foods. And the things that I'm going to show you and we're going to share with you tonight are going to allow you to still enjoy your favorite things and still be successful. Now, if you look right underneath that picture, you say, God, who is that guy? And actually, that is the same guy. And that guy is me. And I have been like that on the left, minus the beard, 3 different times. I've been 260, close 250, 3 different times. And each time it was a learning process of me not adjusting my mindset and me subconsciously sabotaging myself, which we will get to tonight. Now, the time frame between those 2 pictures is 1 year and 2 months, and I actually wasted 6 months of having the wrong information and executing the wrong plan, and that's okay. It's all feedback. There is no wrong or right. Okay, up on the top right-hand side, that's one of my current coaches. The guy is amazing, and when I say he is amazing, he is amazing. His name is Christopher John Stubbs. You know, we have been blessed to work and to be trained by some of the best people on the planet. I alone have over 70,000 hours invested in my knowledge and information, and Chris has a lot to be as well. You know, we have just invested and devoted our whole life to really just providing amazing service and amazing holistic content for people to consume that makes amazing differences in people's lives right now if they're ready. So that picture on the right-hand side over there, I was definitely looking a little heavy duty. And that is a Veda Institute. We get invited to go out there and speak to the classes every year and talk to them about health and wellness and foods. And I help them, and Chris and I both help them with their nutritional program to help with all their detoxification formulas and foods and things and how they react with makeups and all that fun stuff. Now, on the bottom right there, that is a jungle. And that's where I was at the beginning of this year. I was out there for 8 days after Christmas and January 1st, New Year's. I was out there in the jungle for 8 days with no internet service, no phone, no nothing, and basically doing a lot of development work. Chris and I both are massive personal development people. Like, we do stuff all the time because we understand that in order for us to support on the highest level, we have to consistently be pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone to figure out where and what we are sabotaging ourselves with and what it turns into. So that's what we were doing out in Cancun. So, and here, you definitely require understanding this. We have done many things wrong. And here's where I'm going to get a drink. We have done many things wrong. And here was one of them, not in the wrong way, but a lot of sweat. But basically right there, when we used to have our own facility, or we used to work in a facility where we had a couple partners, but that was a massive weight training facility. And you notice there's not a lot of weights. It's a lot of plyometrics and body weight stuff and field sprints, but it was amazing because you could literally play football in there if you chose to. But that was a real big undertaking. And what we found doing personal training and doing group classes and stuff is that our clients were still, even though we worked with over 15,000 people, it's been consistently that some people just don't get results. And a lot of it's nutrition-wise, a lot of it's improper programs. And I've had some stumbling blocks myself with working with people and getting them in gear. And a lot of it we found is mindsets. It's mindsets and skill sets that aren't matching up to them being their best. Maybe it's problems and things that they were functioning off of mom and dad. And maybe they had dad issues where they don't feel worthy, or they don't have their masculine energy and they're not able to move forward and do in life with certainty. a lot of stuff came up during this time frame where we understand, look, if we're really desiring to help a mass amount of people, it's not going to be in a gym setting. So here's what we did discover along the way. And here's what we discovered the hard way. And the beautiful thing about this is you get to cheat and have the easy way. And I definitely prefer the easy way. Now, after doing all this for over 40 years, here's what we found out. We found out the power of grocery store foods. Found out the power of our subconscious and conscious minds. We found out the power of our spoken words, and literally they create our whole experience. Consciously or unconsciously, this is what's going on. We found out the power of body language. Over 85% of our communication is nonverbal. So you may be sitting in your chair right now. I know I am. I'm rocking back and forth because I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. I love this stuff. But you may find yourself right now itching your nose, itching your eyes, scratching your legs, scratching your back. That is your body communicating with me right now, letting me know where you're functioning emotionally. Pretty crazy. And we'll get into some of this. Then we also understood and came to believe and understand the power of being truly aligned with our true spirit nature, meaning this: we're spirit creatures having a human experience. And if we don't think that we're perfect and don't love ourselves, we are out of alignment with who our Creator created us as a spiritual being. The only thing that is flawed on us and our bodies is our brain and our body. Outside of that, we are 100% perfect, requiring nothing. And until we truly align with that, we're not going to have success and we're not going to thrive, because we're going against one of our core values. If you don't love yourself, then you're going to have all kinds of stuff show up in your life that are going to represent that, from broken relationships to bad business to you hating your job to things specifically happening in your health. There's a whole line of stuff, but just keep that in mind as we move forward. It's time for a drink. The easy way does not require you to break a sweat. Okay? Now, imagine this. Imagine how you will feel when you have control over your mind, your food, your thoughts, and all of the things that they are creating. The amazing, fulfilling results that you've always desired in your perfect body, in your relationships, in your business, and in your spiritual life. Just imagine where you're at right now. And if you can say, you know what, Brian, I don't like my business. I'm not happy in my relationship. I'm not happy with my relationship with myself. I'm not happy with the way that I look. I never have been. I have unforgiveness. I have anger. I have resentment. If this is where you're at, just love yourself right where you are. And all I ask you to do is take that, set it right here on the side just for a moment, and just imagine how you're going to feel when you actually learn the skill sets and the mindsets to control your mind and to make it do what you want it to do, to understand what foods to eat to help your body to thrive through just blasting through illnesses and things that happen to normal people. I haven't been sick since I was 13, but imagine when you start understanding your words and how they produce thoughts, and you're able to truly create what you desire right now, with fulfilling results, always things that you've always dreamed of and never thought was possible. Well, it is possible. We're just the last person to typically know until today. Disclaimer, you probably know this already, but Chris and I are not doctors. We invite you and suggest that anything that we talk about, whether it's mindset stuff, nutrition stuff, whatever comes up, we suggest that you definitely reach out to your physician just to check with him or her and get their opinions. Ultimately, it is your responsibility to do what you choose to do with your health, just like it is my health. Drink time. So here we go. Here's our secrets. Secret number one. Did you know that you can reverse symptoms and medication use with grocery store foods? Secret number two. Did you know that if you recognize self-sabotage, you can transform it into your self-empowerment on the spot? Your words and understanding them, and understanding what words are higher potential words, and your body language will cue the whole process, like I will, I can, I'm seeing differently, I'm moving forward. All of this will happen. Secret number 3, and did you know that it is absolutely possible to make the whole process fun and easy? Most people don't. They think it has to be grueling, it has to be unbearable, and it doesn't. You can make it fun and exciting the whole time and enjoy your experience completely through all of your upgrades. So here's an interesting word. Have you ever heard of the word iatrogenesis? You're probably thinking, what is that? You're exactly right. I hadn't even a clue until 2 years ago. Like, understand, I've been doing this for 30 years. I started when I was 7 years old. I have humbly speaking, over 21 different certifications, like multiple ones through Baylor Sports Medicine. I used to work with people with prosthetic limbs and knees. Multiple, 7 or 8 of them through National Academy of Sports Medicine, and then getting into disease-specific nutrition reversals through grocery store foods and body language and understanding languaging and being able to understand when someone stutters where they're at in their emotional or their subconscious feeling world. Like, I have learned some amazing stuff. When I took Institute of Integrative Nutrition 2 years ago, this term came out, and I'm like, what is this? Okay, so we're going to talk about it. First thing we're going to talk about is our current state of our health. So the 4 leading causes of death, according to the CDC, which is the Center of Disease and Control, in 2010. You might ask, hey, Brian, have you been doing this already for 5 years, this presentation? No, I haven't. 2010 is the last verifiable data available in this. And now there's actually legislation up where they don't have to report these numbers, and it's gonna kind of make you go, here in a moment. If it hasn't already, here you go. Heart disease, 600,000 people. Cancer, almost 570,000 people. Chronic lower respiratory diseases, almost 138,000. Stroke, 129,000. There are 350,000 deaths per year linked to obesity and overweight. That's over 1/3 of our population is currently obese. Okay? There is an estimated 220 to 448,000. I don't know about you, but 220 to 448,000, that's damn near, that's another 100%. That's a big, big difference. Okay? 220 to 448,000 deaths are preventable from medical errors. Now, here's the word: iatrogenic deaths. You would think, if you would like to go and find out the stats of what's going on in our medical community, how many deaths happen, you think you could probably go on and Google medical deaths. Well, here's the deal. The terminology that it hides underneath is iatrogenic deaths, meaning these are deaths that happen in hospitals that are completely preventable. Whatever they happen, as far as whether medication overloads, a staph infection, which is very prominent, there's a lot of different things that can happen. And trust me, my whole intention here is I'm not smashing the system. I will tell you this much: they have amazing capabilities of doing amazing things. My friend personally, his daughter has had 2 double lung transplants, and she is on the planet today. So I say I am grateful for what they say and for what they do. And this is what's going on. Iatrogenic deaths, 220 to 448,000 preventable deaths per year. Secret number 1, we have seen symptoms and incurable conditions reversed with grocery store foods. For example, heart disease, fibromyalgia, cancer, diabetes, ADD, ADHD, insomnia, and many more. And you may have actually seen some of the videos that we have both been posting here lately on these specific things. Drink time. Good news is 90% of these deaths and symptoms are preventable by better lifestyle choices. That's exciting. And specifically the information or the pillars that Chris and I use to educate on is we focus on air, water, food, and consciousness. Specifically because these are the 4 things that you would die without in that order. Air number 1, water number 2, food number 3, and consciousness, your thoughts, number 4, and maybe even number 1 or 2. Okay? So if you ever wonder what we do and how we do it and why we do it, and this is what we base it off of: understanding good, clean air, what foods help to boost your immune system, what foods help to boost your oxygen consumption, what type of waters are out there, what type of waters are good for you, what the difference is in different kind of waters, like spring water versus distilled water. And then you start getting into foods. What does a kiwi do? Why is the cucumber good for balancing blood sugars and helping reverse osteoporosis? Like getting into that kind of stuff. That's what we love. Now, here's my awesome client. She's 73. When she was 23, she came down with debilitating asthma, and her favorite pastime was playing tennis. She came down with asthma during this time frame, and it got so bad that she literally moved to Arizona to try out different climates. She had multiple professionals from all over the world try and help her, and she almost died 3 different times going into asthmatic or respiratory arrest. Now, here's the crazy thing. Like I said, Chris and I specifically have worked with over 15,000 people. Chris as well, probably 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 himself. The first day that Carol came to me, we worked out, and this is when I was training clients. We worked out the first day, and literally, when I say literally, I'm talking literally, we would work out for 20 seconds and take a break for a minute so she could catch her breath. For a whole hour, work out 20 seconds, take a break for a minute. Work out 20 seconds, take a break for a minute. So she had asthma inhalers and things like this, and I said, all right, Carol, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try 2 kiwis a day and some fish oils. And the fish oil specifically helps with inflammation. The kiwi specifically helps with opening up breathing capacity. So if anyone has allergy issues or asthma or any breathing disorders, I invite you to try the kiwi. I don't know what will happen. Something may happen. I've seen some pretty crazy things happen. Okay. Specifically, Carol started on her kiwis. She started on her fish oil. She came back the next day to the gym. We started working out. And we kept working out, 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 and we kept working out for an hour straight. I said, Carol, what have you been doing? She goes, I've been doing the kiwis and the fish oils, just like you said. And I'm like, really? You're not doing anything else? She goes, no, I promise I'm not. Honestly, if I wouldn't have seen this myself, I would have never believed the power of grocery store foods. And now, not only counting that, I've seen it in hundreds of other people with all kinds of situations. Okay, here's the next term. Secret number 2. Have you heard of self-directed neuroplasticity? Big word for some pretty crazy stuff that the program Luminosity does. Okay. Secret number 2, you can recognize and transform self-sabotage into your self-empowerment. For example, limiting belief systems can be upgraded, codependence into co-empowerment. Words of self-sabotage can be upgraded into words of empowerment. Procrastination can be upgraded into doing things right now with fun and ease. There's a lot in this, specifically word choice, which we will dig into. So now we're going to have some fun, okay? I've been looking for this all day. This is exciting. So here's the reason why we're going to do this. It's important for you to feel how different words affect you, your emotions, and your body, because your body is going to start giving you body language. And the only way for you to understand what I'm talking about is for you to literally feel what I'm talking about. So we're going to have a little sing-along, and I'm going to help, of course. I'll actually lead, and I'm not a great singer. And what I desire for you to do is invite you to pay close attention to how you move around in your chair, to if you sit up straight, to if you put your hands on your knee, if you scratch your nose either side, if you scratch your eyebrows either side, if your foot moves forward, any of this stuff. Pay attention to the volume in your voice, all of this, okay? Get a sip. All right, here we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to say out loud, I want love, I have love. I want love, I have love. I want love, I have love. Now we're going to the next one. Just pay attention to how you feel. I want love, I am love. I want love, I am love. I want love, I am love. Now, I want love, I love love. I want love, I love love. I want love, I love love. What did you notice? I've been rocking back on my chair the whole time. I noticed some differences in volume in my voice. I noticed I felt empowered in certain word choices, and I felt lacking, like a tightness in my chest when I got around the I wants and the I wants. Okay? Awesome. Whatever feedback you got, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just feedback. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. So here's the genetic lie. Through the medical community, we are taught that we are slaves to our genes. Okay. The genetic lie again, 75 to 85% of our genetic code is expressive and recessive by our control through our environment, meaning our thinking, our feeling, our belief system, our diet, our stress, and who we're around and what we're around. Okay. Here's Bruce Lipton, The Biology of Belief. It's a book, and this is a very important one because here is a big aha. The science of signal transduction focuses upon the biochemical pathways by which cells respond to environmental cues. Environmental signals engage cytoplasmic processes that can alter gene expression and thereby control cell fate, influence cell movement, control cell survival, or even sentence a cell to death. Here's the important part. Signal transduction science recognizes that the fate and behavior of an organism is directly linked to its perception of the environment. In simple terms, the character of our life is based upon how we perceive it. I don't know about you. I feel empowered by that statement. Here's secret number 3. It is totally possible to have fun and make all of this process easy no matter what, whether you're going through relationship upheaval, whether you're going through not being able to get the body of your dreams, whether you're going through pain and ailment and symptoms that you haven't been able to reverse. All of this is able to be made fun and easy with the right systems, accountability, and coaching and support to help you through it. Now imagine feeling this good. Just imagine if you and your family no longer required any medications, meaning you had the wisdom to go to the grocery store and understand, oh, wow, I've got a cough. I require some garlic, some asparagus, some avocado, and some broccoli. Good to know. Imagine that you have the energy to accomplish everything that you require and everything that you desire. Imagine that all of your broken relationships can be restored and healed. And I say imagine because this is a fact of life for Chris and I. We see this every day. Most people have no idea that this is available. I invite you to imagine that this is possible to you right now. So here's my client and my friend Violet, and I'm just going to choose to share this with you so you can see what's available to you.
Hi, my name is Violet. I choose to take a few minutes and talk to you about my experience with reaching out to Brian. About 6 months ago, I contacted Brian. I just have some questions about nutrition, different things I could change up just to start feeling better. And we also talked about different medications also at the time. He mentioned foods that specifically do the same thing as what the medications were doing, except naturally. And so along with that, and the other list of things that he said to try, I started doing that immediately. And after about a month, I started to wean myself off of one of my medications. And then after I got off that one, I started weaning myself off another medication. And after 3 months, I had gotten off of 5 medications. Some of these medications I was on for 30 years, some I was on for 15 years, and some I was on for 10 years. And so these are things that I thought I was going to have to take for the rest of my life. Before that conversation with Brian, I didn't even realize that there was another option. And it's been 6 months since I talked to him about these specific things, and 3 months of being completely off medicine. And I really am so happy and thankful and grateful for Brian and for the work that he does, and just the love that he has for people, and showing them that they have other options, that they can focus just with the right information. And I just feel really blessed opportunity to change your life. And that's at least the way I look at it. Because I look at this more than just, I'm off medication. To me, it's a miraculous act. To be able to say, I'm free from all of this. And it's also given me, such a sense of empowerment too, to know that, doctors couldn't do this. Boots from the grocery store did this. So it's kind of wild. But definitely grateful for it. Thank you.
So that was Violet. I'm still baffled, just really, I guess, more humbled and just appreciative to be able to deliver information, Chris and I both, to support people on this level. I don't really think I could have a greater gift to be able to share with you, with your family, with your loved ones, and to be able to truly make that type of a difference. I just am humbled and grateful that God allows me to do that and work through me. So here's the old model of thinking. Only trusting your health to your doctor and not adjusting your lifestyle choices or questioning your doctor's information to make sure you're getting the best stuff for you. Negative thought patterns create self-sabotage, disconnection, judgment, and cynical destruction. And instead of looking at the results in our life and our old path to see, wow, how am I creating this? And what's different? What can I change? What's available to me? And what does this turn into? People used to buy expensive training, supplements, and diet pills to try to figure out the fix. Viewing all obstacles as hard or too much work. Well, I invite you to the new model. This is what's available for you to take full responsibility right now for your health, well-being, and for your future, and that of your family for generations to come with the information that you learn and have the ability to learn right now and implement in your life. Mindsets, new positive thinking, drives new thoughts, feelings, results, and outcomes. Learning nutrition for your body from foods, not expensive supplements. Life is a choice. You always have a choice. Choosing to make things fun and easy is possible and will be a conscious choice by you. Here's our experiment. Only trusting your health, that's not to your doctor and not adjusting your lifestyle choices. Here is an interesting fact. Only 6% of graduating physicians have less than 3 hours of nutritional education. That's like going to your CPA to get your taxes done, and your CPA being an undercover mechanic and not knowing anything about taxes. Important part is go to your doctor. Yes, that's important. And make sure you're covering the basics, your air, your water, your food, your consciousness, the things that you do in your lifestyle. That is the key. With over 15,000 people, we found that the best guidance and support, they would still fail due to their mindsets. Okay? Has this information been amazing or what? We just shared a lot of information in a very short amount of time. We don't expect you to remember it at all, especially when you're talking 40 years of wisdom in an hour. I invite you to imagine us helping you implement this in your life. Imagine what it would look like when you can recognize that you're self-sabotaging yourself, that you're in a codependent relationship by what you're speaking. Imagine that you're sabotaging yourself off of old experiences that have happened of you not loving yourself and forgiving yourself, and you can't get the weight off, and you wonder why you're on thyroid medications and your kidneys are messed up and you have knee issues. Imagine all of that stuff going away right now, because that's possible for you. Here's our invitation and our offer to support you. Here's what you get. You'll receive 4 live webinars all about recognizing self-sabotage and clearing it, which is most important. $497 value. You'll have access to the recordings. If you miss the live session, you will receive our Healthy Eating Digital Recipe Book of a $60 value. Total investment of $557. Here's what you also get. Our community, bonus number 1. We have a secret Facebook group for our clients where you can ask questions, you can get community support, you can be involved with like-minded individuals and have a tribe of people that love and support you. Here's what you get. You'll receive 4 live webinars all about recognizing self-sabotage and clearing it, $497 value. Access to the recordings if you missed the live sessions. You will receive our Healthy Eating Digital Recipe Book, $60 value. Bonus, you will also receive 2 months of free access to our closed paid membership site of an $80 value. Your total investment is $647. We're not done yet. Bonus number 2, consultation. You will receive a 30-minute one-on-one consultation with us. That's a $250 value. Here are some things that we can help you with. Nutrition. Understanding what foods to reverse symptoms that you are experiencing in your life. Understanding what emotions are functioning in your life that are showing up as symptoms in your body. Recognizing and eliminating self-sabotage to break free from the patterns that may be going on with your relationships that you may have inherited from mom and dad, from you not feeling worthy. Giving you exercise advice, giving you lifestyle coaching techniques, tools, and action steps with support. Symptom-specific support, meaning, hey, I've got kidney issues. My right kidney's been messed up. I've been diagnosed. Well, would it be helpful to know that that is potential unforgiveness with your dad or with a male figure, or if you are a male, with yourself? Here's the cool thing about body language is that when you're talking to Chris and I, your body language will tell us all of this. So we'll be able to help you on the spot with what your issue is that your doctor can't tell you. I've had so many clients come to me and say, well, my doctor doesn't know what's wrong, but he told me I have such and such. I invite you to never, ever, ever agree with having anything. You have symptoms, not a diagnosis of such and such. When you name a thing, it will have power over you. Instead, you may say something like, if I have something that would resemble heart disease, I may have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, bad triglycerides, anything of that nature. Those are all symptoms that are reversible. Here's what you get. You'll receive 4 live webinars all about recognizing self-sabotage and clearing it, $497 value. Access to the recordings if you miss the live sessions. You will receive our Healthy Eating Digital Recipe Book, $60 value. You will also receive 2 months free access to our paid group for $80. You will receive 1 30-minute consultation with one of us at a $250 value of a total investment of $887. Here's bonus number 3. We're going to give you one of our grocery store foods online trainings where you will go through foods from your grocery store and understand specifically what they do and how they help and how you can implement them today to help with your symptoms, longevity, and increase your quality and quantity of life. Here's what you get. 4 live webinars all about recognizing self-sabotage and clearing it, $497 value. Access to the recordings if you missed a live session. You will receive our Healthy Eating Digital Recipe Book for $60 value. You will receive 2 months free access to our closed membership site. You will receive 1 30-minute consultation with one of us at a $250 value. And you will also receive 2, not 1, of our grocery store wisdom videos at a $200 value. All 3 of those bonuses for a total of $1,087. Here's our guarantee. If for any reason you are unsatisfied with our product in the first 2 weeks, give us a call, ask for a return, and it's done. You can see why $500 is a good deal for the information and stuff that we share with you, because I've seen it change lives on the spot. And imagine if you save that money in medications and your quality of life and your ability to be able to forgive yourself. $500, that's a drop in the bucket. That's like 7 meals going out to eat. For the general public, we charge $299. But for you that are on the online training today, and since you are specifically special, here's your investment. We're offering it to you today for an enrollment investment of $144 before 10 p.m. Now, I am back online. Now, I invite you to take all this information and just imagine yourself where you're at right now. Look at your life. Are you happy with the way you look? Are you happy with the way you feel? Are you happy with your relationships? Are you happy with your job? Are you happy with your ability to connect with people that you love in your life? Or do you have experiences that happened in your past where you can't connect because you got a wall up and you're wanting love and you're wanting to give love, but you're trying to give a hug to someone and you're bumping into them saying, give me some love, and you won't let them in because of pain. I can tell you that because of my own experiences in life, and I've had a lot of pain, and that's why I'm saying you have the easy way. Just stepping up and making a small investment in yourself of $144 for life-changing information that you get to start learning today. If you decide to move forward, in 20 minutes, we have our mindset series of which you can hop on live and participate and start your upgrading process today. So I am really thankful for you taking time and investing in yourself and investing it through me to support and to share with you. I vote your victory, so to speak, and I invite you to vote your own victory, meaning I vote my own victory, or I vote my victory, which is all stuff we'll talk about in the next session at 7 o'clock. So remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. And we're ending the webinar now. For those of you that are on, 5 people, remember what I said, personal message me or text message me, and we get a 20-minute conversation. Only 5 people. There's 150 people in the call, so go. Bye.